Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some Star Wars Battlefront 2 news from Guillaume, our hero designer, who took to Twitter yesterday to respond to a couple of requests from the community and give us an update on a couple of the features. And for those of you asking, my EA Play vlog will be coming up shortly. I just prioritized some other stuff, and tomorrow we of course have the long 15-hour stream, so the vlog will most likely be up on Monday. I hope you guys don't mind waiting, but let's get straight into the news. First off, Guillaume hinted a little bit about the lightsaber ignition that will most likely be coming in a patch very soon by saying, we have a huge issue in our local build. When you press a button on the gamepad or keyboard, a bright colored light turns on and off for some heroes. I really hope I fix it before next release, ... And some people thought he actually meant a bug, but he's referring to the lightsaber ignition if that wasn't clear enough. And he did also apologize for some of the recent bugs that has been with the heroes, such as the new one with Race Dash, where if you have one particular star card on and hit more than 2 enemies, they will basically take damage over time until they die. But he did confirm that that's also gonna be fixed for the next patch. But moving on, he got a really interesting question regarding potentially adding Jango Fett and if he thought it was going to be unbalanced with 2 jetpack wielders on one side. But he said, I do not think it will be unbalanced, and I know a certain rebel I'd love to get into the game at some point, obviously referring to Sabine. That said, both of those have to dual wield in my opinion, and that makes them time consuming to create. Currently we prioritize other characters. Which makes a lot of sense. I think we'd all love to see dual wielding in the game at some point. Maybe something like Rex could be added together with Jango Fett, or like he said, Sabine together with Jango Fett. But obviously they would pick Grievous, Obi-Wan, Anakin and Dooku over those heroes, and I totally understand that. So that might be something for the future, we'll see. But moving on, he also got a question in regards to if he's gonna look into fixing some force powers such as Luke's repulse, saying that yes, there's a big issue with most force powers in elevation, wonky terrain, etc. It's a big fix, but I plan to focus on it in the coming weeks, which is good to hear. And that's kind of what I suspected the issue was, because it feels like as soon as it's a very flat surface and there's not really any ups and downs and no one is jumping, the force abilities tend to work very well. But sometimes you use the force push, you use the repulse, or you use Yoda's unleash, and simply nothing happens. It's like the enemy just completely ignores the ability, and that can be incredibly frustrating. So I'm glad that he's gonna focus on that in the next couple of weeks. It's not the most important bug in the game, but it's definitely very annoying, so the fact that it's on his hit list is very good to see. And in regards to some other hero balancing overall, he responded saying that for Han, Boba and Kylo I'm still investigating health star cards. There's of course going to be more hero balancing, I just had other priorities for a bit. So that's also good to hear, because those 3 heroes are all heroes that I think could do well with a healing star card. I'm not really afraid that Boba is going to be a problem just because he has a jetpack, because he has so little health and not too good offensive abilities, so it's not really that hard to kill him, to be completely honest. Kylo is the only one I could potentially see becoming a little bit of a problem with a health star card, but as long as they make it fairly balanced with only like 20 health per kill, I think that could make him more valuable in Galactic Assault. And then he specifically answered regarding Boba Fett, saying yes, I'm looking at a health star card for him and I'm investigating how to let him stabilize his jetpack after explosions. So that is very good to hear, because there has been an issue where obviously he gets shot down out of the sky very easily from explosions. I did however feel like that was kind of fixed after the last patch. At least it doesn't feel like it's as bad anymore, but I'm guessing since he says stabilize his jetpack, maybe it will be something like, oh, you kind of get flung around for 2 seconds and then you stabilize jetpack, whereas right now if you get hit by one explosive in the air, you will fall all the way down to the ground before you can use your jetpack again, which is fine if it's like a detonite charge from hand, but if it's just an explosive shot from a normal trooper weapon, well, it probably shouldn't be that way. So I'm glad that's also on the hit list. And lastly, he was asked about any hero skin in-game selectors coming, and he said it is in the works, first tests are glorious. So I think that is a very good feature that is in their best interest to get in the game as soon as possible, because I think that's gonna actually make people want to buy more skins. Because personally, I kind of only want one skin for each hero right now, because I can't be bothered to go out in the menu to change the skin all the time, versus if I could change it in the middle of a game, well, then I would actually be fine with having multiple skins, so I can switch them depending on the planet. But that brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.